Good evening. Good evening. Happy Tuesday. This is a new night for us. Um, Tag your friends, share the broadcast. It is um, ATC Weekly Check In. So you normally see us on Thursday nights, but I decided last week I had been pondering for a little while about changing the date. So I went on, changing the night that we go live. So I decided to go ahead and change it to Tuesday nights because they just work out better logistically. Uh, Thursdays are the end of the week, and by the end of the week, your girls wore out. So I felt like it was better y'all get me fresh at the beginning of the week. And a lot of times, oh, okay, I'm back. It started spinning. So forgive me for the technical difficulties, but I got all my signals, so I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi. Anyway, hey y'all, hey, I see y'all already checking in. Please, 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 ma'am, please, sir, if there are any sirs out there watching, check in. Make sure you drop your name in the chat and where you're checking in from. Hey, Andrea. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to get some housekeeping out of the way. If you are watching on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications. Hit the little, and hit the thumbs up. Leave us some love in the comments. If you are watching on Facebook, give StreamYard permission so I can see who you are. Leave me some love in the comments. And if you're catching this on the replay, make sure you hashtag replay. Let us know where you all are checking in from. All right. It is, and so without further ado, let me tell y'all who I am. In case you don't know, I am Leslie Berry, creator and founder of the Amazing Travel Chicks, CEO of Berry Amazing Travel. Hey, Christy, thanks for tuning in on YouTube. Christy, you always do a great job of making sure you share that link for me. I love you, girl. Thank you. So tonight's topic is frequently FAQs, frequently asked questions. I've noticed that there are, again, the group dynamics are changing, ever changing, and we have a lot of new faces in the group, not a lot of new members, and I just thought it would be a good time to hello, Facebook user. I thought it would be a good time to do a FAQ session. I don't think we've ever done this, or at least I haven't recorded it and kept it. We probably did it. I probably did it a long, long time ago. Hi, Legacia. Thanks for tuning in. That's my YouTubers. Hey, Tabitha. So you now got my notes right here because your girl will start rambling. So this is only gonna take. We're only gonna be here about 30 minutes, maybe 45. If y'all be like, take your time, but it's not gonna take that long. All right, but I wanted to do this because again, it's a good reference. Then you will have it. It'll be in the group. It'll stay on YouTube, and you can go back and take a look at it. So, without further ado, who are the Amazing Travel Chicks? Okay, we also like to say the ATCs. You might see me post that sometimes. You might see it in the emails. I abbreviated the ATCs. Like, for instance, this is the ATC Check In. And some of you know me on social media or on Instagram as the Amazing Travel Chick. So yes, I'm the head chick in charge of the Amazing Travel Chicks. But of course, we are a subsidiary of my travel agency, Berry Amazing Travel. LLC, or the hosted groups division, and women that are amazing travel chicks. So women that love to travel the world in an upscale, elevated way. So basically, some people like to call it bougie, but that's who we are. Embrace the bougie. Hey, Crystal. Embrace the bougie. That's who we are. We travel the world doing bougie stuff. So you're gonna find us sailing on yachts, sipping champagne at tea parties. Those are the things that we love to do. But we love to travel the world, and like I said, in an upscale, elevated way. So we are wives, we are mothers. I would say primarily about in the age of 40 to 65. Not to say that if you are outside of that age range, that you aren't allowed to travel with us, or you're not welcome to travel with us. You can. You are welcome to travel with us. But I'm just letting you know that that's our primary. The majority of the women that travel on our trips fall between that age range. Okay, and which also leads me. So when I say primarily, we are also primarily African American travel group. We are primarily Black women. I get this question actually 3 times this week already. I get this question often. Are your trips only for Black women? Um, our trips were created with the Black woman in mind. I am a Black woman. But we do not exclude anyone who loves to travel and don't mind hanging with Black women. So I hope that answers the question, or for anyone that goes back to in reference to say amazing travel chicks. Yes, our trips were created when I founded the Amazing Travel Chicks. My vision was for African American women to see the world, like I said, in an upscale, luxurious way. I wanted us to be pampered all around the world. But that again, we are open. We are open to everyone and welcome to everyone. But we are unapologetic about who we are and what we do. So you will, so if you can appreciate our culture and our people, then come on and travel with the Amazing Travel Chicks. So, not gonna beat that horse. All right. All right. So the next question that I get, and if you have any question, if I go through this list and you find that I missed a question, please feel free to drop your question in the chat, or you can drop your question in the chat, and if it's not on my list, I will address it at the end. But I have 10 questions here. I've already answered one of them, which was who we are. And actually I kind of combined that, who we are and who we serve, who we are and who we do it for. And so number 2 would be the next frequently asked question that we get is, who do we offer payment plans? Yes, we do offer payment plans. Our payment plans are pretty flexible. We do offer monthly as well as biweekly options, payment plan options. You always get another question that's not on my list. We can always get, well, what's the deposit? Our payment plans are broken down. The trip is broken down into equal payments. So final payment is always 60 days before date of departure. So our trip payment plans are equal to the amount of months that we have 60 days before we depart. That makes sense. So that's why we don't always have it's not 250 or 500. Our trips work on equal payment plans. Okay, and that'll come back to me. So I hope that answers the payment plan question. Do you offer refunds? No, we do not offer refunds. The way our contracts are set up, we contract for a certain amount of people when we achieve that when we contract with our vendors. So no, we are not able to offer refunds. Our policy is not refund. Our payments are non-refundable and non-transferable, which actually makes me skip to another question, is why is travel insurance important? That is why travel insurance is important, not only to protect your investment, but you never know what can happen on your trip. You may get ill. A family member, even before you travel, a family member may get ill and you're unable to travel. You may get a new job. You may get ill. You may get injured on the trip. There are many, many reasons. And we had a wonderful guest. The insurance concierge came on and did a wonderful job. Aisha Brunson came on, and we had a really nice Q&A about why travel insurance is important. And we might do that one again because it was really good. It's always good to refresh, and new things happen all the time. So, but if you missed it, it's on the YouTube channel. It is actually in our archives. It's right there on the YouTube channel listed in our videos, and you can watch that replay. Very valuable information as to why you should always, always, always travel with travel insurance. Stop it. Y'all stop riding, stop being out here in these streets riding dirty. You wouldn't drive your car without car insurance. You should not be traveling without travel insurance out here playing Russian roulette. I ain't a gambler, y'all. I don't like gambling with my money. So I'm gonna, make sure I have travel insurance. Protect yourself, protect your investment. Y'all know I can't say something to say. The next question is, must you make a payment every month? Yes. Yes, you must make a payment every month. Our payment policy is for you to make a payment every month. We do understand life happens. Life be life, and then life can come at you fast. And there's sometimes you might have to miss a payment. Give us a call, shoot me an email. We do when you miss 2 consecutive payments, if your account falls behind, if you miss 2 payments, you are subject to automatic cancellation. Don't let that happen. Okay, because if your trip is canceled, then you're subject to a reinstatement fee. Okay, so yes, we do ask that you make a payment. Our policy is that you make a payment each month. But again, we do know that life happens, and we just ask that you communicate, because if we don't hear from you, we can't assume and we can't read minds, and we won't get that information through osmosis. All right, so we just ask that you communicate with us, or your trip will be canceled. Do you offer roommate matching? Yes, we do offer roommate matching. We offer roommate matching. We do our best to match up. We match up similar ages and personality types. Um, it's not a perfect science, but we haven't had an issue yet. I think, knock on wood, we haven't had an issue yet. Everybody gets along really well, and if you are, you're welcome to do single occupancy. But if you are open to meeting someone and don't want to wait on your friends, that's again the whole premise Amazing Travel Chicks was created, was because we don't have time to keep waiting on friends who, when it's time to put the deposits down, don't have their money, they're not ready, they don't, they have any number of reasons as to why they can't travel, or are not ready to travel. And to each their own, but we gonna leave them. All right. This is I get to ask this all the time. Why do some of your trips not have flights? So I get this question, and this question always comes up. It's for our domestic. We don't do a lot of domestic, but for our domestic and Caribbean trips, domestic Caribbean and Mexico trip, so we don't have those. Don't have flights. Now, Amazing Travel Chicks travel from all over the United States to travel with us, and we cannot quote a round trip flight from every departure gateway. That's just impossible, y'all. That's just impossible. So it's more convenient for you to book your own flight and meet us in Jamaica, or meet us in Dominican Republic, or meet us in Cancun, okay, or meet us in Las Vegas or Miami or what have you. It's just easier that way. Set you an alert. My favorite is Hopper. Hopper is Bay when it comes to booking my flights for domestic and Caribbean. Okay, so I definitely recommend Hopper. But some people I like Hopper. Some people like Google Flights. I believe Kayak. You can set alerts, but any one of those, just you can Google flight tracking apps, and it'll sometimes tell you what's the best time to purchase it. That leads to the next question: is why do the trips with air leave from JFK? Again, Amazing Travel Chicks, ATCs travel from all over the United States to travel with us, and we find our best. We found that JFK has offered the best, has tends to offer the best routes as well as pricing when it comes to our packages. So JFK is convenient, has been the most convenient for us based on where a majority of our ladies travel from. All right. So again, if there are certain trips that that may have, you can have a land only option. If you want to meet us there, that is fine. But then there are certain destinations that just logistically make more sense for us to go in as a group. And you may find that there is no option for land only on certain trips, and that's just because um, experience teaches us that it's just best for us to go in as an entire group. And another thing is that when you do land only, you are responsible for your own. When you do land only on international trips, you are responsible for your transportation at the air to get from the airport to the hotel and back again. Now that doesn't apply with Caribbean because our Caribbean packages include transports transfers when you get your information to us in time. If you don't get your information to us in time by the deadline that we stipulate, then you are again responsible. But when you give us your information timely, it is a part of your package. Hey there, Donna. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna skip that one because it says, why is travel insurance important? We already talked about that one. Make sure y'all watch the tape. Make sure y'all watch the previous broadcast that we had. Okay. Hey, this ain't taking long at all. Number 9, are men allowed? We get asked this all the time. Yes, men are allowed on our trips unless the trip specifically states that men are not allowed. Like for instance, if we had we've in the past we've done a condo. Don't know if we might do that again, but just in case, like if we were in a villa or a condo and where it was really close quarters and people didn't have, their own private areas, you know, then no, we would not allow men. But yes, for the most part, unless a trip specifically states that men are not allowed on this trip, that this one is specifically for the girls, this is specifically a girls' trip, then the men are more than welcome. Are children allowed? No, no, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. Children are not allowed on our trips. Well, let me say that unless it specifically states it's a friends and family trip. We don't make concessions for children. Many of our trips have. Does that say Mimi? Hi, Mimi. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. We don't make concessions for children because, again, most of us are trying to get away from our children. So we would request that everyone on our trip be at least 18 years of age, unless we specify this is a friends and family trip. Now, when we did Mother's Day cruises and things like that, kids were allowed. We didn't mind because again, it was more friends and family atmosphere. And cruising is just different. But for the most part, we don't make concessions because a lot of our itineraries include wine tasting, champagne tastings, things like that, where the baby's not allowed. And not allowed to drink. And again, we don't change our packaging for parts that people don't participate in. Let me see. I think I missed. There we go. Is there transportation to JFK? We can talk a lot offline about that one, Crystal, and only because I know we're in the same state. And I've done this before for those of us that are in the same that people that travel from the state that I reside in, that we've traveled to JFK together. Good question. So that is something that we can talk about that one offline for those that are coming from Delaware or like in this in this region, Delaware, Philadelphia area. I think there was another question. Chrissy said, right, because we drink. That's exactly. I saw somebody else. Hi, Mimi, tuning in from Seattle. I think I saw that. I learned, y'all. You learn something new every time I get on every time I get on StreamYard. I'm learning something new. I'm like, okay, because first of all, y'all know I have contacts in, but the later that it gets in the day, it gets they get because I this probably seem out y'all, but I have to put saline in my contacts, and so the later it gets in the day, they start to dry out, and it gets a little just a little blurry. Like y'all are clear and everything, but the comments, and I don't, and black words on white. I do a lot of dark mode. It's just a little FYI for me. I do a lot of dark mode. So like if you look at my phone, a lot of my things are my apps are in dark mode because I can see it better. So I love this. Yes, the Mother's Day cruise is still on. It is still on. We are definitely looking forward to our Mother's Day cruise because that's from whence we come. That's where we started. We started with the Mother's Day cruise, and we have not had a Mother's Day cruise in 2 years. So I miss my Mother's Day cruisers. I miss y'all. So yes, the Mother's Day cruise is still on. It should still be available for booking on the website. Mimi, are there going to be more trips domestically in the future? There will be a few. Not a lot, but there will be a few. I can tell you that if you go on the website right now, I think it says Las Vegas coming soon. And Las Vegas is coming soon because that's what you all voted on. Not you per se, but in the Facebook group. So if you're watching this from somewhere else, because I know it's broadcasting to a couple of pages, get in the Facebook group so you can give your input when I'm asking. So yes, there will be the occasional domestic trip. Okay, Crystal. Gotcha, honey. So any other questions that I didn't cover, something that may have triggered a question in your mind? I appreciate everybody tuning in, those that are watching on Facebook and YouTube. When I don't do these, I miss y'all. I do. I miss interacting with y'all. So stay tuned. If you are not on our mailing list, make sure you join our mailing list so you can get updates and notifications and new trip alerts and the such. Because I know we're not going to talk about Facebook MetaBook, but I'm gonna talk about them. They got a little bit of haterade. So some y'all don't always see everything that gets posted, and nothing breaks my heart more than when somebody comes back. I'll post something like right before I'll say, "Oh, 7 days until Greece." People are like, "Wait a minute, how did I miss that one?" That's because it only shows you a fraction of what we post. But if you were on the email list, you would know. You wouldn't miss that stuff. What's that? Hey, Donna. Thank you, honey. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Yeah, I thought it was time again. I thought it was time to do this, and again, I was like, you know what? I gotta answer the question because again, yes, it's on our website, but sometimes it's good to just hear it from the source. So I thought this was a good one. And that takes us right up to time because y'all know I don't like to do long lives. Um, I don't like doing long lives. I love talking to y'all, but I don't want to talk to y'all for an hour unless it's something that's keeping our attention. But I will say this: join us next week. I hope y'all had a good Valentine's Day. Well, tell me what y'all did for Valentine's Day before I move on. What y'all do for Valentine's Day yesterday or over the weekend? Why y'all dropping that in the chat? Why y'all dropping that? I know it's a delay. So y'all tell me what y'all did yesterday. I mean, keep it clean. I don't want all the gory details. But I hope you all enjoy I hope you all enjoyed your Valentine's Day. But next week we have a special guest next week. Um, you know, we will be in St. Lucia for next Valentine's Day. Um, Galentine, you know, love on yourself time. you know, you don't have to, it's not specifically a couple's trip. So you are more than, don't feel like because you don't have a boo or a bae, be your own bae and come to St. Lucia with us, planning some fabulousness. I'm excited to go. We're staying at the Royalton in St. Lucia, and my representative for Royalton is going to be our special guest and tell us all about this fantabulous resort that we're going to next Valentine's Day. Okay, planning a beachfront photo shoot, dinner, and sipping champagne at sunset on a catamaran, all kinds of good stuff. Oh, you went to AC on Saturday. Was that a concert or you just went to AC? Was there a concert? Because I think I saw some people that there was a Cat Williams concert or comedy show. Because he don't sing, but you know what I mean. Oh, you spent a weekend away. That's nice. Oh, baby, you speaking our love language. We love to get away. We definitely love to get away. Oh, you went for dinner. That's nice. That's nice. Well, y'all know, so my husband and I are going to be celebrating this weekend, this coming weekend. We had some family stuff that we did over, last weekend. So, but I got all the flowers and the cards and the balloon and all that good, all that stuff. I ate my candy. Okay. Yeah, I know. I saw somebody's post talking about Cat Williams and but yeah, dinner's good. But Kelsey's, I keep seeing people talk about Kelsey's. I feel like that. I feel like I need to put it on my list. All right, y'all. It's just about 7:30. If there aren't any more questions, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all know I love y'all for real. I will see y'all next Tuesday. Again, when we have special guest Ruel from Royalton to tell us all about our fantabulous St. Lucia trip for next Love Week. It's a weekend, 4 5 nights, like that, So tune in at 7 p.m. Eastern. All right, y'all. I love y'all for real. I'll talk to you soon. Again, thank you. Make sure if you're on YouTube that you subscribe. You watch Catching This Replay, #replay. McCormick, I heard about that one too. I think I need to add that to my list. McCormick and Schmidt. Yes. Good stuff. We drive for some food, girl. All right. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.